Are you planning to start a business?
Why don't you think in Mexico? Mexico is a growing economy and it could be a really good option for the next years.
And how am I going to start the business? In this video we will show you how to start a business in Mexico.
Hi everybody, we are the students of Cobach Reforma, and today we will show you
How to do business in Mexico.
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 First of all, you need to know the difference between a company and a business. These two words are often used interchangeably, but there's a difference. The main difference is the way that it's structured financially and legally. A company is very expensive to set up, while a business costs less. Let's see.
Business is an organization that uses resources to meet the customers, while a company is a human being that is called a natural person to become a legal person.
There are 10 company objectives that every organization needs to keep in mind in order to doing their jobs. First of all, we have profitability. Profitability is making sure that the revenue stays ahead of the cost of doing business. Then we have productivity. Productivity is providing the resources to the companies so they will remain to being as productive as possible. This includes equipment maintenance and new equipment purchases. Customer service. A good customer service helps to remain clients and generate repeat revenue. Then we go all along to employee retention. Employee retention are the costs that are associated with recruiting. This includes employment advertising and also pay and placement agencies. Then we go to core values. That is a summary of the beliefs that the company holds in regard to customer interaction. Then we go to growth. Growth is planned based on historical data and future projects which require careful use of the company resources, finances, and personnel. And we have maintaining financing. This is the ability to finance operation where people can prepare for long-term projects and address short-term needs. Then we have change management. This is the process of preparing the organization for growth and deal with developing marketplace. Marketing. This is not just ask yourself what are going to do the things that it will make people to go to your company. This is understanding the customer buying trends and being able to anticipate product distribution. And for last but not least, we have competitive analysis. This is a comprehensive analysis of the activities of the competition, and it should be an ongoing business objective for every organization.
Well, since you are making the decision of starting a business, that makes you an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, you are taking many risks, but the profit you will generate will make you take those risks.
Also, it is very important that we're going to start making business in Mexico. Well, here in Mexico we have something that is called business classification. This can be micro, small, medium and large, and this varies on the number of employees that the company has. Well, these companies have different missions. It could be like a private, public or service. The private is owned by investors. The public is owned by the government and is in charge of bringing services to the population. And the services is in charge of bringing products that are not tangible, like internet, health services, and etc.
Now that you have already decided about the kind of business you're going to create, it is important to start thinking about resources. To navigate through a turbulent system in the business world, it is important to have a manager with various skills and qualities. A manager is always solving problems, turning around businesses, and achieving excellent results. To be successful, every business has to have a good manager. The business world is a complex system between individuals and businesses, which in market economy transform limited resources into products or services. These products or services are sold in the market in exchange of a profit. The resources that can be used are human, physical, financial, and technological resources. Human resources are people who perform activities to achieve an organizational goal. Financial resources is the capital that is needed to start your own business as well as to make it run and grow successfully. Physical resources is building, equipment, vehicles, water, and so on. All the stuff that helps your company to do their activities. At the last, we have technological resources. The technological resources are owned as physical resources, are such as software, text, images, music, but is better known as intellectual property. Remember, there are 3 levels of management: the top, the medium, and the lower level management. In the top level management, there are the directive board, the CEO, and some of the managing directors. This source has the ultimate source of authority. The middle level management, we can find the branch of managers and directors. This can vary depending on the size of your company. The lower level management is also known as supervisory. There we can find supervisors, foremen, superintendent, etc.
Planning is the process of thinking about defining goals and organizing the activities and resources to achieve those targets. The key components of a strategic planning are vision, which is a long-term view that concentrates in future. Mission, that basically is the purpose of the organization. The values are the beliefs that the organization shares, and the strategy is the plan that the organization will follow to achieve those targets.
Now, organization is the functions of management which follows planning. Here is where we found the physical, financial, and human resources combined. Well, here there are some steps to follow. It can be identification of activities, departmental organizational activities, classifying the authority, and coordination between authority and responsibility. In organization, we got something really important, and that are called organizational chart. Well, an organizational chart shows the internal structure and hierarchical of organization. It also can help to determine the authority and information flow. Well, there are 3 kinds of organizational chart. It could be hierarchical, flat, or matrix.
Staffing involves managing the organization structure through proper and effective selection of the personnel to fill the roles assigned to the workforce. In staffing process, the first step is plan the manpower inventory regarding to job requirements and demands. Then recruit the desirable candidates in order to select the appropriate applicants to develop the right job. Incentives and compensation, training, promotions, and monetary compensations are important to reach positive performance evaluation in the workforce.
Directing is this part of the management that ensures the effectiveness of the employees, and this is done by inspiring them to achieve a goal. This can be done if the employees are motivated, and if the employees are motivated, the work is going to be done better and in a best way.
The last function of management is control. Managing control refers to that fact that drives a company to achieve desired goals. It can be defined as a process whereby a company sets itself objectives and tries to achieve them in a determined time. Controlling helps in checking mistakes and tell us what capability do my enterprise has to face new challenges. It cannot be reduced as a simple verification, because that way we will be acting after the fact. In seeking control, we have to prepare an action, set objectives, prepare simulations, and also be prepared to the consequences.
In conclusion,
Those were some steps that
You must have in mind when.
Opening a new business.
So have it in mind!